I think it's the craziest trade in history of the AFL.
It's definitely up there. I can't really comment on that because I don't really know what the other drafts were like off the top of my head, but
True.
it's a very good draft. Very good trade period, sorry. Yeah, unbelievable. I think there's some massive names that did get done and there's some massive names that actually didn't get done. So that's a luxury of our game, mate. So, yeah.
And also like some ones that you really thought were going to get done, and that obviously didn't. So, I mean, I guess we'll talk about that straight off the back. Won't beat around the bush too much. The obvious one being Zach Merrett, mate.
Yeah. I did say to my mates at like the start of the trade period, I was like, there's obviously the 4 big names, Kerno, who was it, Rao, and someone else, and then Zach Merrett. And I said to my mates, I was like, look, one of those will not get done, and it's pretty obvious. You always had that one of the the top players not get done, and sadly Zach Merrett was the one who didn't get done. Honestly, reckon Hawthorn did offer enough. I think the trade and the overall pick swaps was enough for Zach Merrett. You got to understand he's 30, and I understand that he's going to play and probably another 150 games at a very top level. But you got to look at your future now. Will Zach Merrett be in your next premiership side? That's your question.
Yeah, so I'm just going to get a clip up because I do agree with you. I think that Hawthorn did offer enough. And honestly, what the hell is Essendon thinking? If I can just get this up, it's my first time using this, mate. So I do apologise. We're using the TV in the new studio. Here we go. So this was some vision of Zach Merrett's manager going off during the trade deadline. I think it was like 4:28. There was 2 minutes to go. And everyone's like, what the hell is going on? Why hasn't the deal got done? And he's basically stormed into the Hawthorn room.
That's not to say, here we go, this is the start of it again.
Not happy.
Footy boss at the other end
Pointing the finger.
He's
I wouldn't say barge past, but you know.
Can we play that
he's barge past. He's throwing his thing on there. He's
there's some aggression in that. In terms of,
he probably forgot the cameras were rolling.
Comes into play,
pointing the finger once again.
I told you to throw up a player.
That doesn't look like a deal that's getting done.
It doesn't.
Imminently, does it?
And again, there's
got the wallet out.
Minutes remaining.
He's chucked it on the table.
Actually, I haven't watched the full. And he sits on the table.
He's just folded the arms. He's like, it's done. He's gone through like the, couple stages of anger right there. But I just thought we'd play that because that adds to my point. What genuinely Essendon, you're already a struggling club. You've turned down 3 first-rounders, I believe it was, and you've kept a player that doesn't even want to be at your club anymore, and you've done that. I think it's pretty shocking by Essendon, and I do agree with you. I think Hawthorn offered enough, and in a way, it's now a loss for both clubs because Hawthorn are probably sitting there thinking, we could be in a premiership position if we sign a guy like this, and Essendon are in a position where we're struggling. How do we progress further? Nope, we're going to keep a player that doesn't want to be a part.
You also got to think about it. Hawthorn is obviously, I think the one thing they do not have is another midfielder, and they've now lost to Warpool. So they actually didn't bring anyone in the draft period as well. So now this thing was like, shit. Now what do you do now? I don't think the draft is particularly really good, but they had to get Merrett in, and it's a very, very big loss for Hawthorn, and it's going to impact their next couple of years. Yeah. Look, realistically, Merrett probably will move next year, but this is a thing as well. They're not going to get another offer like that for Merrett, and we saw it last year with Clayton Oliver. LA Crows offered 2 first-rounders, and now he's been done for a future 3rd.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll get to Clayton Oliver when we get there, though. But, yeah, look, that was the main one that didn't go through.
You're kidding me. I can't see the footy. So
he's gone and his pants during the second quarter.